everybody, it's Lydia D Beauty, and I'm going to be doing another first impressions of a foundation. And I picked up some samples a while back of the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. I've been curious about that because I love Kat Von D. I love her. I love what she stands for, and I love her makeup line because it has unique variety in it. And yeah, so I wanted to try out the foundation. So I got these shades 49 and 52. I'm kind of a mix of those two because I feel like this one's a little too light and then this one is like a little too yellow and dark. So mixing these two together would probably make the perfect combination for my skin, I'm hoping. So anyways, I'm barefaced. I'm going to be using it in conjunction with the Becca Ever Matte, was it Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector? It's got a long name. So I'm going to be using this as a primer and see. So here's what the primer looks like. Can you see that? It's kind of like a moussey texture. So I'm just going to dot this. It doesn't go on like super, it kind of goes on, I don't know, a little thick. But it like, can you see the tug? It really like mattifies your skin. Okay, so that's applied. I'm going to be applying my foundation with my flat top, was this a custom coverage buffing brush from Eco Tools. Let's see. Ooh, so the consistency is quite thick. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that, put on the back of my hand, and then a little bit of the lighter color. And oh my gosh, this is making a mess because it's very thick. So I'm hoping I didn't put too much on. So just mix these two together to create that shade and just dot it. Might be a little, still a little orange for me, I don't know. Right, so the coverage is really nice. So from applying it, it's quite thick and I can feel it on my skin. So I'm not sure how this is going to do. It's kind of hard to blend a little bit because it's so thick that it could dry really fast. So I'm just taking this down to my neck so it's well blended. And I kind of spot concealed by just pressing a little bit more coverage into my skin. And just a little bit more here. So just kind of like I do with my concealer. Because I do want to find a foundation where I don't have to put so much of it on, but this is really thick feeling. So I'm not crazy. I'm making a mess. This stuff is messy. I'm not crazy about how it feels on the skin. I'm not crazy about that. Okay, so I got to do my under eyes. Let me zoom you in so you can see if it looks really bad on camera. Okay, so this is it up close. I don't know, well, my under eyes are not done, but it looks like makeup. I mean, it looks like makeup. Feels like makeup. So this is without it being set, so feels quite heavy. So from applying it, it feels really heavy. Not my favorite feeling in the whole wide world. It feels, it feels like makeup, and I don't like that feeling. Like, that's why I like the L'Oreal Infallible, because it's very light feeling and it doesn't feel like it's clogging up my pores, which I'm afraid this one might do. So I'm going to be having to be prepared for some breakouts probably because it feels so thick. So from the applying it, it's not my favorite feeling. So we'll see how long it lasts and if it can withstand the oil, my natural oils in my skin, which I'm super duper oily. If you don't know that, I am super oily, will oil up within 30 minutes. That's pretty much how my life is. But plus side, I don't get wrinkles as much, but I do get breakouts. So it's pros and cons level out. And I did try with a primer. I'm wondering if the primer makes a difference in the feeling. I'm not sure. I might do a take 2 on both foundations, but I'm not sure because I don't really want to put back that Too Faced Born This Way foundation. So if you have any other foundation suggestions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll test those out. I'm really curious about the HD foundation, the Ultra HD foundation for Makeup Forever. I might pick up some samples with those, and I might pick up some samples of another foundation, the Tarte Amazonian 12-Hour Wear Clay foundation. I might pick up a sample of those too today so that I can try it out. I want to do more foundation videos because I'm always on the hunt for a perfect foundation, and although my L'Oreal Infallible is perfect for me right now, it tends to turn a little yellow on my skin at the end of the day, so I don't like that it does that, but it stays put all day and it's really amazing. I think I just need to get a different shade. That's probably my problem. But anyways, I'm going to set my foundation, do my concealer, do my makeup, all my makeup, and then come back and let you know how well it's set. Okay, so my makeup's put on, and I did film a tutorial doing this eye and lip combination. I did use, I didn't show filming my cheeks and bronzer and whatnot, but I did use the small Tarte, from the Tarte Light of the Party palette. I did use this as a highlighter, this is a blush, and a bronzer, so that, I didn't film that part, but you get the gist of it. So I finished doing my makeup. It seems to do really well with my normal powder, which is the L'Oreal Infallible, so it doesn't feel as heavy as it did initially. So I'm going to see how well it does. I'm getting ready really late, but it's 11:44. I will check back in 4 hours to see how it wears throughout the day and try and keep up with another check-in as well. So I am going to spray some primer water on my face to kind of set everything down. Seems to do really well. I didn't have to conceal. All I did was conceal my under eye area. Okay, so this is my first check-in. It is actually a lot later than that. It's 3:12. A lot later than what I intended, but that's okay. I'm looking at it in my mirror right now. It's holding up pretty well, but it feels heavy. I like how you don't need concealer with this, but I have a dry area right here and it's accentuating it, so don't like that. It is starting to crack right where my mouth is. It's a little oily on my face, but not as bad as the Born This Way foundation. That was bad. So it's looking okay. It just looks like makeup. It feels like makeup. I'm not sure how I think about this makeup, but I did pick up 2 more foundations that I want to test out for you guys for oily skin, and that is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD, and I color matched so that I can get the color right and not guess. So I'm Y365 is mine, and then in the Tarte, this is the 12-Hour Amazonian Clay foundation. This is light medium neutral, so that one is the shade I got matched to, and I'm kind of like wearing it a little bit right here because they made me wipe off a little bit. Then I'm going to try out the Kat Von D concealer for my under eye area, so I have those videos coming soon. I think, I don't know, like it feels like makeup, but I don't know. It feels thick when you put it on. I like how you don't have to spot conceal, which is something that I don't want to be doing anymore because I find it takes a lot of time to do that. So, let me turn it back. I did notice that this pimple's starting up again, so it is kind of breaking me out a little bit. There's not a lot of shine, but it doesn't look natural. That's the only thing I don't like, and it is creasing a little bit in my nose area right here. I'll bring it in closer. Alright, so I don't know if you can see the creasing in this nose area. And then right here in the corners. And you see my dry patch? It's really accentuated and it feels dry. So if you have dry skin, this is not the best foundation. But it is holding pretty well in my nose. It is kind of wearing here because I kind of touched my nose a little bit. So that's the only problem I have with the Kat Von D, or I mean the L'Oreal Infallible, is that you cannot build it. it cracks and flakes really bad if you have really dry skin. Like say in the winter time you have some dry patches, it will flake really bad. So, but it does stay, and my skin's super oily, so it does stay on my skin without cracking unless I do a buildup and then it starts like flaking. And with the Kat Von D, I mean, it feels like makeup, looks like makeup, and it seems to be breaking me out just a little bit because of the heavy coverage feeling. I guess my skin just can't breathe. I wish I can take the L'Oreal Feel and the mattifying effects that it has and combine it with the Kat Von D long wear color and the coverage and make it look natural like the Born This Way foundation. I'm kind of curious to blend all those together, but I don't want to because I don't know, I just don't want it to like look really bad. Hey everybody, this is a final check-in, and this is starting to break up and oil up really bad right now. It's about 5:18. Oh my gosh, I'm making a mess here. I'm trying to get a closer look at it. When I looked at it in my bathroom, it, like you could see my pores, so it's starting to break up really bad right here. It hasn't broken me out more, but it's like really like coming off my nose really bad. My forehead's super oily. Right, so can you see the oil in the breakup? So right here it's really oily, and down here it's the worst. It's like breaking up really bad, and it's super oily. And then my forehead's super oily, so right here's really bad. So would I purchase the full size? Probably not, and I probably should have said that in my last video. I'm going to do like at the end of the video when I do test out foundations or any kind of like deluxe size or samples. I'm going to say at the end, you know, would I buy the full size? Like, is it worth buying the full size? This probably not, because it feels heavy, does last pretty well, and the colors are a lot better selection than the Infallible. However, I just think it feels too thick, and I think it's just not the right foundation for me because it's very thick. And I mean, I love the fact that I don't have to spot conceal, but I do like a lighter feeling foundation, and the Born This Way foundation felt really light and natural and looked natural. It didn't look like makeup like this does, but that one was super greasy on me. And this one, although it held up really well for 4 hours, it started breaking up towards the end, which I think is pretty standard in my case for foundations. They usually start breaking up and oiling up really bad at the end. At least for my L'Oreal Infallible, it starts breaking up and kind of oiling up about 6 hours after wear, 7 hours, just depending on what I'm doing. And it has been relatively cool today, so it's not like the heat is causing, so you know, if it's hot, then I start to like oil up a lot more. So that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoy my foundation reviews, because honestly, oily girls have the worst time finding a foundation, so that's why I wanted to do this for you guys, so that I can find the perfect foundation for oily skin girls and acne prone skin girls like me. So if you're like me and have a struggle with finding foundations that have longevity, it's oil free and has, you know, because they don't gear a lot of makeup towards our skin types, so if you want me to help you out with that, I would definitely do it. I really, really want to try as many foundations, high-end and maybe low-end. Low-end, at least, I will probably get the full size because you can't get a sample. And that way I can try it out and see how well it wears. I know that the Maybelline Better Skin was terrible. The Matte and Poreless is awful on my skin. It's just awful. That's the worst foundation I've ever tried. So there's really not a lot of options in the drugstore world as well. That's why I kind of went to the high end, and that's why I'm getting samples to try it out. So that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.